Restaurants, of course, among the hardest hurt by the pandemic, many shuttering for good, leaving thousands of people out of work. That's where two brothers from New Jersey come in. Aiden and Louis Ardine are former bartenders. They are on a more than 3,000-mile cross-country walking journey right now for restaurant worker relief. Joining me right now are Aiden and Louis Ardine. Aiden, it's great to see you both. Thank you so much for being here. First up, how did you come up with the idea, and how does it help the workers of the restaurant industry?
But first, good morning to you as well, Maria. Thank you so much for having us. We actually came up with this idea. We're both former bartenders ourselves, and we left the industry out of fear for COVID. We were both living at home with our families to save a little bit of money, and it just seemed like the fall was going to be a really hard time with the pandemic. So we were very fortunate and privileged to be able to step away and take some time to be with our family and maybe look for other opportunities. But unfortunately, we had to drive across country to visit with our grandmother before she passed away. And on that trip, we just started talking about a lot of things. And I asked Louis, just this idea I was having, maybe we could do something cool and big to help our peers still working in the industry. And that's when I asked him if he wanted to walk across the United States to raise money for charity. And so that's sort of how the idea came up. And then it was a lot of research, a lot of networking, and we found a wonderful nonprofit known as Restaurant Workers Community Foundation. They're based in New York City, and they are an action and advocacy nonprofit committed to equity, inclusivity, and justice in the workplace. And so you can donate to our website.
That sounds good. So, Louis, jump in here. Where are you on the journey? How much money have you raised so far, Louis?
Yes, hi. We've raised over $15,000 so far, and counting. We're on day 5. We actually walked across New Jersey, and we are currently staying with a friend of a friend in Philadelphia.
So right now, you're where? You're in Philadelphia now?
Yes.
Well, it looks like a great journey. How's it been for you guys?
It's been awesome. We've met so many people with so many different backgrounds, and everyone's just been really, really nice and incredibly supportive and very generous and hospitable. So while our feet are tired, we are definitely feeling a nice energy from the people we meet, and that helps us kind of move on every day.
That is great. Do you think the restaurant business can recover? I think it's 50% of restaurants have gone out of business in New York, likely won't come back. What's your take, Louis, in terms of getting restaurants back in business in this environment right now?
I absolutely think the restaurant industry can recover. Restaurants are like a fabric of American communities across the country. There where people come together and break bread. So there's an obvious demand and need for restaurants, but some of the most creative, hardworking people I have met working in restaurants, and they will find a way to come back. They will not be put out of business permanently by this horrible pandemic.
All right. Well, look, we're going to be covering and watching your journey. Best of luck. Keep those feet protected. Aiden and Louis Ardine, thank you so much for joining us and for raising money for the restaurant industry. We'll see you soon, guys.